Season 31 of The Ultimate Fighter just wrapped up. Coach McGregor versus Chandler. We have a recap. This is a warning. We have some spoilers ahead. So if you guys haven't watched the episode and you want to watch it, I suggest that you do so because I'm going to spoil some of the things that happen in the episode. Okay, with that said, first things first, they showed how McGregor and Chandler met. They had this weird energy, which McGregor always brings. It's very friendly, but they have this weird tension. Then we go back to the fighter picks. On the fighter picks, we have two teams. They're doing lightweights, so 155 and 135. They have the veterans and prospects. Veterans for 155 and 135 and prospects for 155 and 135. McGregor got the first pick on the coin toss and he picked the 155 prospects, which that ended up getting Chandler the 155 veterans. Then Chandler's turn to pick and he still kept and picked the veterans for 135 still. So pretty much what we have is McGregor prospects, everyone at 135 and 155, all of them are prospects, and Team Chandler and veterans for 155 and 135. That makes it a lot easier, to be honest. We know everyone with a blue shirt for McGregor prospects, everyone with the red and the red team for Chandler are veterans. So easier to watch and easier to keep track of everyone. Chandler brought Ryan Bader to train with his teammates, so that's interesting. He brought a couple people in. Weird enough, Brad Katona, who trains at McGregor's gym back in Ireland, he got matched with Chandler, so that's gonna be very interesting to watch throughout the episodes. That is very weird that he is teammates with McGregor and got put with Chandler. Kind of a weird vibe, but hey, that's how it is. For the first training, they showed a little bit of footage of all the guys training. Weird enough, they also showed McGregor sparring with the guys, so that's very interesting. They showed him throwing kicks. Mostly what he was throwing was kicks. Yeah, maybe his injury is not that bad because he was throwing mostly kicks, like I said. Very interesting to see that. Then they announced the first fight, which is Roosevelt Roberts, Team Chandler versus Nate Jennerman, Team McGregor. Roosevelt is a well-rounded fighter. He fought in the UFC. He went 4-4 in the UFC, which doesn't sound that great, but he fought really good people. The only problem is he lost his last two fights and got knocked out pretty much in his last fight, which cost him to get cut from the UFC. He was put up against the prospect Nate Jennerman. He is a submission specialist, has never fought in the UFC before, obviously. They feature both fighters' story, backstory, families, and so on. I suggest you guys give it a look. It gives more depth to the fights, makes them more interesting, so I suggest that you guys take a look at the features for their families, backstories, and so forth. They did a nice piece on all that. For whatever reason, McGregor was not at the weigh-ins. Chandler was there, obviously. Roosevelt weighed in at 156 with Nate weighing in at 155.5, so nobody missed weight. We're good. We started off good so far. Fight day, McGregor pulled up in his Lambo style, just like he always does. After seeing the stare downs, and I've seen Roosevelt fight before, I knew the fight was gonna end up pretty quickly and it was gonna be pretty much one-sided. That's literally what happened. So Roosevelt caught him with a right hand, and then it's sort of, you see how uncomfortable Nate was with that punch when it landed. He went jabbing the right hand, and then he went the same combo again, but the second time the right hand landed behind his ear, which immediately knocked him down. The fight was over before he even went to the floor, but when he got on top, he sort of went out. But it was a really bad knockout because the guy didn't even know he got knocked out. He like woke up and he was like, I wasn't out yet. So you can see it in the replay that he went out for like a split second. And yeah, good finish. So far, Team Chandler 1-0 for McGregor. And yeah, they pretty much showed a couple previews for what's gonna be in the next episode. Everything looks really good, really promising. The only interesting thing that I saw was there was a shot that Makachev was in a training session with one of them. I assume this was Chandler because obviously it's not gonna be with McGregor. But I found that very, very interesting. You don't want to have those two guys close to each other, to be honest. The beef between McGregor and them, that could get really ugly really quick. Catch up, The Ultimate Fighter episode 1 is live now. You guys can go in and check that out on ESPN Plus. Episode 2 should be airing next week. I'm not sure 100% on the dates. I have another recap for that and everything else MMA and fights. Please tune into the channel and subscribe.